Hi there, these comments are for Luis, and I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-Step System to Pass a TOEFL IBT, my online TOEFL course. And you have taken my free TOEFL speaking practice test evaluation. You're taking advantage of this service, so according to your email, you've taken the TOEFL exam several times and you keep getting 23 points on the speaking section, but you need to get 26. You want to know why. Now, most people, they'll ask me this question at Quora.com, they'll ask me a question on my website. There is no way I can answer this question unless I hear your speaking, which is exactly what you have did today. So I can exactly answer your question after I listen to it. So I will give you comments relating to delivery, topic development, and also language use. All right, so let's go to your speaking first. Okay, now, if I remember the question here, you're choosing one or two. You're doing, what is your favorite holiday of the year and why? Am I right? So let's see how you answered this question.
My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving because it's a family tradition to get together and do many activities. For example, last week I went to Houston and we spent a beautiful time together. We were playing Monopoly and I was very happy because I won the game. So the rest of the family were very mad at me because I was making fun of them because I was the winner. In addition, we made the delicious food and we ate together and we were talking and trying to catch up. That's why I love the celebration, because I can get together with my family and spend a fantastic time.
Okay, so my first impression here, I'm looking at the rubrics. I'm going to put you a little lower than 3. I'm going to put you at 22 points out of 30, 2.83 out of 4. So one of the things I think you need to work on right now is topic development. There needs to be a better connection of ideas, and you do that by creating what's called a topic statement, which maybe mentions 2 reasons why you like Thanksgiving, and then you have really 4 things you can do in order to connect those ideas together in the remainder of your response. You can repeat some key terms from that topic statement. You can rephrase some of those key words from the topic statement. You can use pronouns and determiners and even parallel structures as a way of connecting ideas together. You're not doing that, unfortunately, so you must improve the connection of your ideas. That's very, very important, right? So that's my first impression. Let's continue on with your response. Go back to the beginning.
My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving because it's a family tradition to get together and do many activities.
Okay, so it's a family tradition to get together to do many activities. But if you notice in your conclusion, you don't really repeat those key ideas, so there's not a clear connection between what you do in the beginning and what happens at the end. Now let me give you a tip. The main thing is you're trying to show, excuse me, Luis, I'm in the middle of a cold right now, so I feel absolutely terrible, to be honest with you, but I still want to give you the best possible feedback here, so pay attention, take some notes. Okay, in the beginning, you need to be a little bit more focused in the introduction, right? You say because you have many activities, that doesn't really do much to focus your response. Now, if you said this, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday because I can spend time with family and I can enjoy delicious food. So if you say those two things, spending time with family, enjoying delicious food, it's pretty easy to refer back to those. So once you've said that in the introduction, you might say, well, first of all, I really like Thanksgiving because I can spend a lot of really valuable time with my family. Then you develop that through one or two examples. Be very specific at this point. You'll say, second of all, I also enjoy Thanksgiving as a favorite holiday because there's a lot of delicious food. How can you talk about Thanksgiving without talking about food? I don't know. It's not possible, right? So then you can talk about what you eat. My family in California, we have a tradition of having tamales, enchiladas, stuff like that. We like to have Mexican food on that day, believe it or not. And sometimes we'll have ham and maybe turkey, but because my wife's family has relatives from Mexico, we do like to have a lot of good Mexican food. So that would be something that I would bring up. So that's really the main, probably one of the best suggestions I can give you is you need to connect your ideas together better, but don't memorize a template. You want to try to make it as natural sounding as you can, but at the same time, you want to make sure your ideas are organized as much as you can.
For example,
so you say, for example, right, at 10 seconds into your response. Why are we doing that? No. At 10 seconds into your response, you should be introducing your first reason, right? So I would say, first of all, not for example. So first of all, Thanksgiving is a great holiday because, and then you explain the reason, and then you give the example. So I think you're moving to your examples a little too quickly in this response.
Last week I went to Houston and we spent a beautiful time together. We were playing Monopoly.
Now, why did you go to Houston last week? You'll say last week to celebrate Thanksgiving, we went to Houston. So that's what you want to say there. You want to show how that example connects back to the purpose of the speaking task.
I was very happy because I won the game. So the rest of the family were very mad at me because I was making fun of them because I was the winner. In addition, we made the delicious food.
In addition, we made delicious food. So not make. You need to use past tense there. But why are you making that statement? In addition, we made delicious food. No. You need to refer back to the purpose of your response, which is an argument. Say, in addition, Thanksgiving is also my favorite holiday because of the delicious food that we make on that particular occasion. And then say, for instance, when I was at Houston with my friends, then you support that.
We ate together and we're talking and trying to catch up. That's why I love the celebration because
I would say maybe, which is why I love the celebration. If you say, which is why, you're using a little bit more advanced grammar and you're showing how that idea, it's a dependent clause, and it connects back to the previous sentence.
I can get together with my family and spend a fantastic time.
Notice how we spend fantastic time versus doing activities that you said in the beginning, so it's not exactly as connected as it could. So your question is, why are you getting 23 points on the TOEFL speaking section? Right? You ready for this? Number one, delivery. With your delivery, you have a bit of a non-native speaker accent, but I can understand what you're saying. However, you need to make improvement in two important areas. And these two areas are going to help you speak more naturally. I think number one is intonation. You need to vary your intonation more if you want to score higher. That's the first thing. And by the way, every problem you have, I have lessons in my TOEFL Speaking Bootcamp course to solve all those issues. I can help you get 26 because every day you do your speaking practice, I do exactly the same thing. I tell you over and over and over what you're doing wrong, how you can get better, and what specific lessons you can study to improve. Think about it. After 25 or 30 practice tests, you will know exactly what you need to do and how you need to perform on the TOEFL to improve, right? Okay, the other area is your thought groups and blending. You need to pause maybe a little bit less. Pause after 4 or 5 stressed syllables, and within each thought group, you want to make sure that you are blending those words together, and at the end of the thought group, if it's not the last thought group in the sentence, you want to use slightly higher intonation, and that also helps you with that. So you need to make improvements there. Language use. Overall, you have fairly good control over your vocabulary and your grammar, although you tend to be a little bit basic in both vocabulary and grammar, so you need to get more used to advanced type structures. That means that you need to use things like noun clauses a little bit more, adjective clauses, adverb clauses, things like that. Topic development. To score higher, you must connect ideas together better. Right? You need a more coherent organization of ideas. That's going to be very, very important for your TOEFL speaking. And these are the reasons why you're getting 23 points on the TOEFL speaking section. Now, how long does it take to improve these things? Believe it or not, it can take up to 12 weeks. I'm not kidding you. It takes, for 1 point, it can take up to 45 hours of practice just to improve your score 1 point. But remember, you can't really improve unless you know what you're doing wrong. That's why people pay me. I tell them what they're doing wrong. I tell them what kinds of things they can do to change their speech, and also I give them specific lessons that they can study to get better. And that's why I have my online TOEFL course, right? So there you go, and thank you for doing this particular practice test. And if you could do me a favor, in the email, I'm going to put a link I want you to share at your social media. So I'm giving you a free service, and I'm asking you in exchange for some free advertising. All right? And have a great day, and happy holidays to you.